I believe. Oh, I doubt in the darkness. I believe. Don't be cruel. It's a game. I believe in forgiveness. I believe it's the way we'll get through. It's the way I pray and meditate. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. I believe, 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 I believe. empty. You wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits with open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, yeah, come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination, where God within you helps you to light your way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the doors unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Where there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Unity and Tampa, come on in. Yes. That's how we started off, Mark.
Absolutely it is.
Here.
That's what we want, right? Bit of energy. I had to start jumping up and down with Aurora to give her the energy she needed there. All right, good morning, everybody. Back to school tomorrow. Right. I told Aurora I'm so looking forward to going to back to school. About 10% because she'll be back in school, but about 90% just so we can get back to routine, right? Because the summer has been chaos all summer long, running around doing things, and I will actually miss kiddo during the day, but I am looking forward to getting some kind of routine back together, so it's going to be good. So just a few announcements today. Everybody amongst our YFM family should have got the notice that we've postponed the picnic today because we've got quite a few people who are out of town, traveling and doing other last-minute things before back to school. I will be confirming the new date shortly, so we'll be getting back to folks on that. Another reminder for parents, we'll be restarting Parent Chat in September. It's going to be on the first Sunday of the month. So the first one will be 9/6, and then when we get together, we can talk about if that date works for us all moving forward. Today, as we get ready to go back to school, we tied in quite well with Reverend Nancy's theme, and we're talking about will, and we're talking about hope and navigating new things amongst all of our ages, because we're all going to be navigating some new things as we go back to school. Anthony was telling me down the back earlier that he's starting at a new school, and on his first day in his new school, his first period is going to be driver education today. So talk about navigating new things. That's a good example of it. So our younger folks are going to be. Somebody gave me a pun this morning. Thank you, Katie. Our younger folks are going to be talking about the steering wheel of choice and how we can set our intentions. And in the team room, we're going to be talking about the idea of navigating with hope and joy and getting ready to deal with those road bumps as they come along as we start a new school year. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Nancy, you got a question for the kids today?
Feeling. You may answer it, maybe even Isabella. I don't know. Maybe you all know. What does Hakuna Matata mean? Who knows? Which one? Come on. Who does not know that? Tell me what it. it means no worries, no troubles, no problems, right? So I was thinking last night when I was trying to figure out what's the kid question today, how a lot of what we're talking about today with understanding how to have a good attitude and also how to have faith and how to approach life. Well, one of them is Hakuna Matata, right? No worries. I'm going to start every day with no worries, no troubles, complete faith. So I want you guys to sing that all day today. We all know the song. So that'll help you start your first day of school back tomorrow with a positive attitude. And when you get off the bus tomorrow, just say Hakuna Matata. That's it. All right? All right, let's get you on your way and let's be sure and welcome our new youth too today. Yes.
Gabriel and Liliana, welcome. Okay. YFM, we love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah.
Thank you, Haley. Thanks for helping us, Diane.
Good morning.
It's on.
Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. It says green. I don't hear. Oh, there I am. Okay. Okay. I'm Martin Guttenplan. I'm your platform assistant today. Welcome, everybody. We're glad you're here, despite the summer and autumn and all coming. But anyway, so where do we start? If you're a first-time visitor, please raise your hand because we've got a flower for you. Yay! And if you stop at the table in the back on the way out, and if you want to leave us your email so we can be in touch, we have a free t-shirt for you. They're nice shirts too. Okay? Any second or third time visitors? Yay! Thank you for returning. We're glad to see you. Hey, look, they're related. A coincidence. That's a good one. Speaking of being in touch, we have lots of ways of being in touch. There are announcements. You can get them from the Sunday Bulletin in your hand, the email newsletter, the Facebook website, the mobile app. There is a mobile app. You see that little phone icon next to the turn off your phone? You can download that, and then you get notifications and all kinds of fun things. So speaking of cell phones, please turn them off or silence them so we don't hear them. Thank you. So this is a special week for newcomers, the second Sunday of every month after the service. Our Unity of Tampa ambassador, Julia Thornburg, will be in the fellowship hall, and she can meet, greet, and answer questions. So please stop by the meeting room, off the kitchen, and say hello to Julia. Is Julia in here now? There she is. And Julia was on the pulpit last week. Okay, back to school. We're again supporting the spring, and using the QR code in your bulletin, you can purchase school supplies from the spring's Amazon wish list. And this is to provide back to school supplies to folks in need, which is part of the spring's mission. So note that the deadline is August 28th. So there's still time, and most items are under $30. Okay, here comes big news. So this is an open invitation. See these lovely mats? These comfy mats are actually made out of recycled plastic bags. And Jeffrey's going to kind of model the process. First, you start off with the bags. Then you roll them into balls, apparently also by color. Then they're cut into the strips before the balls? Strips before the balls. You can tell I haven't done this because I'm not a crocheter, but we desperately need crocheters. And cutters. No bags. But you see and these, you should feel these. You wouldn't believe that is a plastic bag. They're soft.
They're waterproof, soft, and lightweight.
Waterproof, soft, and lightweight. After church today.
Yes. So crocheters are needed, too.
The second Sunday of the month.
Which is
After church, they'll be meeting in the fellowship hall in that room off the kitchen.
they use them for the homeless. So they're mats for the homeless people, and the homeless people take them, but they give them away, and then so they have a waterproof mat that they can sleep on that keeps them off the wet ground.
That's great.
There we go.
Is there anybody They give lessons? Someone's asking if they can
They will give lessons, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they'll teach you what to do if you show up. So.
Okay. The Spanish prayer group is meeting this week after church from 1 to 3 in the clubhouse, and it's the second and fourth Sunday of the month. So if you're Spanish speaking and would like to be part of that, please join us. Tomorrow night is the Karmic Astrology and Past Life Regression Group. It meets the second Monday in Fellowship Hall from 6:30 to 8:30, which is tomorrow night. And then this Saturday.
They're mainly focusing on the karmic astrology now.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Mostly focusing on karmic astrology now. Okay. Men's group this coming Saturday, 10 to noon in the clubhouse. And we have a theme this week. It's balancing confidence with humility, strength versus control. So hopefully all you men will see you. And then, if you see my luau themed shirt, we have music bingo coming up on Saturday the 22nd from 2 to 5. It'll be in the fellowship hall, and the socialites are the sponsors for this. And from my understanding, this is going to be one heck of a party. And what else? It's luau themed. And I had a note from Mary Kay here. If you have been gifted something very nice and it's not for you, consider donating it to us for a raffle. Bring in the donations either ahead of our service or right after next Sunday. The socialites will be collecting them on August 16th. Okay. And now it's time for birthdays. So the first birthday, Audrey Martin. She's 97. And she's watching. And her birthday is on August 11th. Alfred Huertas is on the 12th. Margaret Kubelins on the 13th. Suzanne Brown on the 14th. Karen Rode on the 14th. Susan Jewell on the 15th. Anyone we missed? Any anniversaries? Okay.
Let's sing to them.
Let's sing them.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
You almost got rid of me. We have these cards in the back. It's like people ask what unity is. It's a little card on the front, and on the back it has kind of a simplified version of the 5 principles. There's a stack of them back there. Take 1 or 2, 3, whatever, and that way you have your little elevator, your elevator speech, so to speak. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Martin, doesn't he do it? Thank you, Martin. How's everybody? Yeah, it's nice to see your lovely faces today. A quick shout out I want to do to Maria Toro, who's been keeping in touch with me. She's in Puerto Rico today, visiting her mom, Gloria Esteva, and she got to see her grandchildren, and this is her home. She hasn't been there in a long time. So, Maria, I'm sending you lots of love and hope you're having a wonderful time, and thanks for staying in touch. Yes, and she sent some pictures. One on the left up on top, that's her daughter, who, by the way, looks just like her, and her 2 grandsons, and I'm assuming son-in-law, and that's her mom. And she sent pictures, but she also wanted me to see the drought, the effect of the drought on the mountains. So, but yeah, it's just wonderful that she gets to be there. So I'm very happy about that. I also want to just take a moment and say, Mark Menard, we hope you feel better today. He's not greeting today because he's home watching online. All right, and I also, Jeffrey told me there's a rumor that Norma's on today. And so, Norma, I haven't seen you in ages. I'm sending you lots of love and all of our online family. Thank you. Mary, let's do gratitude, please. I want to start with Ron Conrad. Ron, where'd you go? There you are. Ron donated a guitar today that he originally wanted to give over to the clubhouse, but we actually have one there. So I asked him if he'd be okay with us keeping it back here for the youth that Elliot teaches and also those who need a guitar when he's giving lessons. So and Ron thought that would be wonderful. So if we find a young man or young woman that wants to learn, then we have a guitar for them. So thank you, Ron. We appreciate that. And Mary Beth Galvin, I saw you come in. I want to say thank you for going to visit AJ this week. He passed during the night. So I'm very glad you had time with them, and we're very relieved that he has been freed from all of his suffering. So I'm actually very relieved for him. He has been wanting to move on for 2 months, and he hung in there a long time. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. And then, yesterday, I don't even know what day it is. It's Sunday. Friday, we had a workshop with St. Joseph's Hospital. So many of you were participated, and we learned about all the opportunities at St. Joseph's. So our meeting was specifically for spiritual care volunteers. You're going to go around, talk to people, pray with people, visit people. And we had a group of people who many of have already signed up to serve there. But they also, at the end of the workshop, told us about things like they need help in the gift shop. They need help with people to walk patients or people around that are trying to find their way. And they have all these opportunities. So the reason I want to just tell you is because if you're at home and you don't have anything to do in the day, or you feel like you need purpose, there's need here. And I was telling them in the workshop that my mother-in-law, Jeffrey's mom, volunteered in that gift shop for 10 years, and she couldn't wait for every sale and season to tell everybody about it, made me go to every St. Joseph's sale there was. And they had such lovely things, but the people there that work there have so much fun telling people what they should buy and helping them. So if you feel at all moved to know more, you can go online to their website or see me and I'll fill you in, okay? But just FYI, it was a wonderful workshop, and thanks to everyone who joined. All right, last but not least, our fundraiser hit 17,955 this week. So we are literally $2,005 away from hitting our 20,000 in only a matter of a month, little over a month. So we've done a great job. You've done a great job, and we will be helping youth for a long time to come. So thank you for that. All right, affirmation. Are you ready? There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, omnipotent. And the daily word today is joy. Joy, joy, joy. Got that, Joy Colson? So joy lives in my heart and blesses my life, literally and figuratively. So joy lives in me as an aspect of my divine inheritance. I feel it as the love in my heart and the peace in my soul that colors my every experience. Even as the rhythms of life shift, joy is my constant companion. When living feels light, joy is in the harmony in my relationships, the laughter in my celebrations, and the satisfaction in my soul. When living feels heavy, joy is still present as my peaceful, bearing, and faith-filled presence. My joy blesses me daily, but it is not for me alone. I share it generously. I rejoice in being a source of light in times of peace and a shelter in times of trouble. I am blessed to live a joyful life, and I affirm God's joy is my joy today and every day. I love that. All right, let's turn it back over to the band and see if we can shine our light. I want to be able to hear you.
Will you stand and sing it with us? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty simple call and response with this one. We can learn it together. It goes like this. I am a light in this world. In this world, yeah. In this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time. To let it shine. To let it shine. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy in this world. In this world. In this world. In this world. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy. I see the joy in this world. In this world. In this world. This world. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. This is the time to let it shine. To let it shine. I'm gonna give a little love every day. Gonna give a little love every day. With your heart now. Gonna give a little love every day. Love. Gonna spread a little peace along the way. Right place. Right time. So let it shine. So let it shine. Come on, Chris. Come on. this world. We are the light. We are the light. In this world. In this world. This is the place. This is the time to let it shine. To let it shine. This is the place. This is the time to let it shine. Let it shine one more time. This is the place. This is the time. So let it shine. Thank you to Chris. Give it up, yeah. Anything to save me another guitar solo in the service. I'll tell you what, man. It's nice to have a lead player in the band, man.
Yes. So I'm going to save myself from walking up there and back because we're going to show you a video. And Jeffrey and I found this story, and I am telling you, all I could think about was, if you think you can't do something, listen to this woman.
At 97, Betty climbed onto the wing of a flying plane and made history again. Betty Bromwich from Gloucestershire, England, has already held the Guinness World Record as the world's oldest female wing walker. Now, at 97, she's broken her own record with another breathtaking flight. She first tried wing walking when she was 87. What started as a personal challenge became passion. She's completed multiple wing walks over the years. She has also used them to raise money for charity. Her latest flight came about a year after she suffered a stroke. She said she refuses to spend life staying in bed. Instead, she wanted another challenge. This record-breaking flight also raised money for the stroke unit that cared for her. Most people
Didn't even watch her the first time. I was getting sick. And then I found out she was on a walker and got up there. I was like, oh my God. You know, my mother was in her 70s and decided to take flying lessons. And I remember thinking, oh God. And then I thought, oh, that's going to be me. So honestly, I love to see these stories. It is such a reminder not to have fear about anything that is important to you. It's just such a great story. And yeah, I really loved it. Yeah, yeah. I know, I'm telling you, it's just amazing. It's amazing. All right, let's see if we can get ready for meditation. I feel almost too up to do it. All right, we'll take it down.
We all take a deep breath and get ready to sing this song. I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will, I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. One more verse. I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will, I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. And I dwell
So as you just take a few deep breaths and try to relax your body and relax your mind. And just try to focus for a moment or two on your breath. Sometimes we shallow breathe and don't even pay attention to the fact that we're not fully filling our lungs with air. But without air and water, our body can't survive. And as you just sort of settle in, I invite you to close your outer eyes if you're comfortable. And just listen to the words I'm going to share, taking in only what's right for you today. Today, I choose to open my heart to understanding the value of optimism and faith in my life. While life may bring uncertainty, disappointment, or difficulty, I refuse to let those things become the final word over spirit. Optimism is not shallow cheerfulness or wishful thinking. It is that quiet confidence that is rooted in faith. I trust God's presence is purposeful, even when I cannot yet see the full picture. When my heart is tempted to dwell on what is missing or unresolved, I return to the truth that God's light is still leading me forward. When I ground my attitude in faith, I remember that hope is not dependent on perfect circumstances. Hope grows when I turn my thoughts toward what is true and noble and pure and lovely and praiseworthy. I can acknowledge my struggles without surrendering my peace. I can move through uncertainty with courage because I'm never walking alone. An optimistic attitude invites me to look for signs of grace in ordinary places, such as a kind word, a new beginning, an open door, the strength to endure one more day. And it teaches me to speak life rather than to speak about fear, to expect goodness without demanding that it arrive on my time schedule, and to believe that even seasons of waiting can shape something holy within me. Faith gives optimism roots, so it can stand firm when my emotions shift and my circumstances change. I choose gratitude because blessings are still present even when burdens are heavy. I choose peace because faith reminds me that I am cared for, guided, and strengthened. And with every faithful thought, every thankful word, and every courageous step I take, I allow hope to rise again within me. I rest now in the silence and take this in. As I gently bring myself back to this place and time, I remember that I don't need to understand everything that's going on. I just need to stay optimistic and faith-filled and remind myself to be centered in peace. So as I often tell you, it's been another interesting week in my life. And every week gives me lessons to share with you. So if you were here last week, you heard me complaining about the weather, the gloomy weather we had been having, even though I said I'm very grateful for the rain. But while making coffee one morning this week, I asked our little Echo Dot, and we call that Dot Echo because Melody owns Alexa, and we're not allowed to have one name. So I asked Echo, could you show me the weather forecasts for the week? Every single day showed clouds, every day. Some days had rain and some had lightning. So not knowing she was still on and listening to me, I say to Jeffrey, when are we going to have a sunny day? And this is what I hear back from the little lady in the box. Oh, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until August 13th. That's what she said. I hadn't even had my first cup of coffee, and I was seriously thinking of hitting my head on the counter. But in that moment, all I could think about was that there are times in our life when the facts simply do not support having an optimistic mindset. The day prior to that day, the gloomy day, we received news of a longtime friend and colleague who had made an unexpected transition. And I was already in a very dark space grieving our friend. Anne is her name, not Anne in Colorado. This is Anne who was in New Jersey and had just moved to Kansas this year actually, for her health. Anne had polio as a child, came to the U.S. with her sister as a young adult, and she navigated life and her career with just such amazing courage. She was often on the speaker circuit speaking about what it was like to have had this handicap and how she had managed. She faced numerous health challenges in her life, and in the 18 years or 17 years we knew one another. And the past 2 years had been really, really rough. But we had been having these amazing conversations the past 2 years. She wasn't a religious person per se, but she was very headstrong about being optimistic as long as she could control things. And during these last few years, she started asking me a lot of questions about what helped me to maintain my faith and stay positive when the facts did not support them. She understood how to navigate life with optimism enough to carry her forward when the road ahead cleared up. But looking at the evidence and remembering what had worked before, gathering encouragement from people around her helped. And she could see the potential for things to turn out well. Well, that kind of optimism, we all know, is a very beautiful force in our life. And it lifts our eyes to look beyond. And it helps us notice possibilities and gives us the energy to keep trying and trying again. But unfortunately, optimism is often tied to expectation on our end. It looks at life and it says, there's a chance things will improve, but we have a lot to do with the attachment to how things may improve or whether they will turn out the way we want. Healthy optimism, however, refuses to let any current difficulty become the entire story. So we need optimism. Optimism says this is hard and something good may still be possible. I like to think of optimism like a window. It lets in the light and it helps us see beyond our circumstances. But as we all know, on rainy days or stormy days, or if you ever lived in snowy days, that sometimes the windows are covered and they get very cloudy and it's very difficult for the light to come in. And that's how our lives are. Some days are better than others. But sometimes we need to trust our faith. And this is where faith actually enters the picture, not religious faith, but faith that helps us stand in the unknown. Religious faith, if you think from a complete only religious perspective and not spiritual as well, religious faith puts our faith in something outside of us. And that's not the idea. The idea is to remember God's Spirit is within us. So our faith is that we will be led to our highest good, not that we will be smacked on the head when somebody else or some other nature thing is going to decide for us. Really grounded faith, I'm referring to. The kind that says, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I am going to keep moving forward with trust. Faith is less about predicting everything will turn out the way we want and more about trusting that we can stay grounded no matter how life turns out. And we are all examples of that. We have all been through a lot and we all have stories, and the older we get, the more stories we have. And we know how tough life once was. And we always seem to land on the other side. Faith doesn't say this will be easy or that this will even end happily. Faith says there is meaning here. There is strength available. There's a next right step for me, even if I cannot see the whole staircase. For those who see themselves as spiritual but not religious, Faith may have come about as a more organic process. Maybe you believed in karma, and so things would happen in your life and you'd say, wow, that's a universal principle coming back to bite me. Or maybe, just maybe, you had natural consequences in life that actually taught you what you needed to learn. And most of us learned that way. But we also remember that resilience in spirit, which is another way we learned faith. Well, gosh, I'm really tough. I was able to do this. I can do it again and again. And the ultimate way we have faith is when we experience love as a force in our life. Not romantic love. I'm talking about love, the gift of love, receiving it and giving it. But regardless of where faith comes from, faith is never certainty. That's the thing we have to get used to. Faith in God, faith in yourself, faith in your principles, whatever you are grounded in faith for, never guarantees that there is a certain outcome that you may want that's going to happen. It's our willingness to be transformed by the experience of our journey rather than the destination of that journey. It's our ability to say, wow, I've been going through a lot. What am I learning? Not, wow, I've been going through a lot. I wonder when it's going to end. Because guess what? The minute you say, I wonder when it's going to end, it keeps going. In case you haven't practiced that. But when we navigate life with optimism, we might be thinking, what good can come from this? Which is why we stay open and we're creative in how we answer. But when we navigate with faith, we may ask, who am I becoming as I move through this? And that is the lesson we have to really look for. It's great to be optimistic. I would never want to not be optimistic. But I know personally that my optimism isn't what has carried me through life challenges. It has been half of the equation. Having the right mindset helped. Having faith in the unknown made all the difference in the world. We shift our focus when we think about who am I becoming through this. We shift our focus from controlling outcomes to honoring the process that we're experiencing. Optimism motivates us to move forward. Faith prevents us from abandoning ourselves while we move forward. Optimism often depends on what we can see with our outer eyes, and faith helps us to relate to what we cannot see or predict. As I've mentioned recently, we often feel pressured to stay positive in this society of ours. Stay positive at all costs. Fake it till you make it. We're told that repeatedly. But that can also make us feel like we are failing when we're going through a difficult time, and that simply isn't true. When we can't find the silver lining in our circumstances, it is okay not to be optimistic, but don't lose your faith. Faith gives us permission to be real and not force that cheerful attitude, but it grounds us in knowing that something will be moving toward us to help us move through it. This, to me, is one of the greatest gifts of faith because it makes room for trust and tears, and it doesn't demand that we see everything in life as good, because that's simply not true. But we have to continue to practice strengthening our faith in order to keep ourselves alive and well, and especially during difficult times. The point I'm trying to make here, if you haven't already caught on, is that faith and optimism work best when they work together. And I have a story to share that I really feel proves this point. So, author Jim Collins wrote a very famous business book called Good to Great. And in our corporate and business work, we have used that book many years. The book included, though, an interview he did with Admiral Jim Stockdale. Admiral Stockdale was the highest ranking U.S. officer held in captivity as what was referred to as the Hanoi Hilton during the Vietnam War. He was captive for 8 years. He was tortured every day for those 8 years in the POW camp. In the interview, Jim Collins asked the Admiral, "How did you make it through this experience?" And here's what he said: "I never lost faith in the end of the story. I never doubted not only that I would get out, but also that I would prevail in the end and turn this experience into the defining event of my life, which in retrospect, I would not trade." So then Jim asks him, who didn't make it out? And this is what he said: "Oh, that's easy. It was the optimists. They were the ones who said, we're going to be out by Christmas, but Christmas would come and go. Then they'd say, we're going to be out by Easter, but Easter would come and go. And then Thanksgiving, and then it would be Christmas again. And those people died of a broken heart." He then said, "You must never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end," which you can never afford to lose faith, he said. "You can never confuse it with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality, whatever they might be." So for me, the Admiral's mindset really helps us understand, and apparently the mindset was famous enough to be named the Stockdale Paradox. But it can help us too by remembering to maintain unwavering faith, the absolute belief that we will succeed and survive in the end, combined with brutal realism, that understanding that at the same time, we must face the harsh truth of our current situation and not hide behind false hope. Optimism helps us believe that life may bring us good things. Faith helps us believe that life can still be meaningful even when it brings us difficult things. So the next time life feels uncertain, maybe we could pause and ask ourselves 2 questions. One optimism, one about faith. The optimistic question: what's the most hopeful possibility I can allow myself to see? And the faith question: what can I trust even if I don't know the outcome? Let's review today's lessons. Thank you. Thank you. So navigating life with optimism and faith requires us to remember, optimism serves as a window, shining light on our expectations. Faith trusts the unknown path and begins where certainty ends. Optimism helps motivate us, and faith prevents us from abandoning ourselves. And last, optimism lets us imagine solutions, and faith deepens the roots of optimism. The affirmation for today is, I am navigating life with optimism and faith. Let's say that together. I am navigating life with optimism and faith. And I love this quote from Helen Keller. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. And remember, she never saw anything. So that's my favorite part about her. All right, let's take this in for a moment. We say, thank you, God, for the gift of optimism and faith. We affirm that strengthening our faith every day will help us maintain our optimism, but also stay realistic about what is ours to do, what is ours to know, and what is ours to learn. And so it is. Amen. All right, I would like to ask for prayers for Sam. Continued prayers. Every day is another day of healing. So thank you for that. And also, I just want to mention that if you have a prayer need and you're online, I often get emails saying, where do I put these? Please just go to the website and you can go ahead and submit the prayer. The rest of you know there are cards in the back of the seat. Please feel free to use them, and we will get your family, your friends, whoever on the prayer list. Larry is our prayer chaplain today. If you need prayers, do you need to? Yes. Okay. You come up, and
Okay.
then Elliot can take over.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
going to do it right from here. Good morning, everyone. I'm Janice Thomas. For those of you who I haven't had a chance to meet, I'm your Board of Trustees president. Very honored to be serving in that role. I wanted to take a moment during this part of Nancy's talk where she is talking about praying for our spiritual family members, and to share with you that either this Wednesday, in just a few days, or it might be delayed till next Wednesday, our own dear friend and incredible spiritual leader is going to be having surgery. And this surgery will bring her, we believe, wonderful, great comfort. And we love her dearly. And I just ask that you all hold her in the light and that you continue to think about Nancy with optimism and faith. And thank you very much. I know that she will feel all the love and support, as will Jeffrey. So Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to make me cry. I didn't know he was doing that. So just real quick before you sing, I just want to tell you, so I don't get 100 questions, I just want to tell you I'm having my hip replaced. I am certain you know I've been in dance since I was 3 years old. It's time for a tune-up. And those of you who've been asking me why I'm not standing up straight, it's because my leg right now is about 2 inches shorter and I can't stand on it. So that's why, since Christmas especially, I've been turning into a C. And when I come back, I know I'm going to be taller. And but I am going to ask you a favor. One of my deepest concerns about leaving for a couple of Sundays, and I just got sign off Friday night, so that's why I haven't told you. I didn't know when I'd be doing this. But all I'm going to ask you is please come to church. I want you to keep this church going while I'm gone. Don't use it as an excuse not to support your faith and our band and our greeters and all each other while I'm away. I hope to only be out 2 Sundays, maybe 3. Kira's going to step in for me part of the time. And Janice, some of you remember Janice does once a year a community gathering here during the service. He's going to do that for me once. And he gave me the option to be able to come in here and send a video if I wanted of a talk. So I may do that too. All right, you're on. I'm out. Thank you. Oh, I did that. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot. I forgot. It was about me. All right, let's say our giving affirmation. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good, now flowing forth to meet our every need. And so it is. All right, listen to this awesome band.
1, 2, 1, 2. I've been wandering in this blind spot for so long. Every turn I take seems to be the wrong one. Everywhere I look, I see endless possibilities. And I know all I need is just a little faith. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith to get you where you're going. When you're inspired by the dreams inside your mind, but in your life they seem so hard to find. You can make them all appear. Just hold that picture loud and clear. Then all you need to add is just a little faith. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith to get you where you're going. Just a little faith is all it takes to get your feet put back in place. It's all you ever need, y'all. That's and you know you'll receive. Act as if you do believe. Don't give doubt a chance to call. You can really have it all. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith will get you where you're going. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing. Just a little faith will get you where you're going. Just a little faith when the storms of life are blowing, blowing, blowing. Just a little faith will get you where you're going. Thank you, thank you. Will you stand and sing the peace song with us? Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment. Cherish moments with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right, people, you know how much I love you. Take in all the energy and let's say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. God bless you. Penny, I need to see you.